Hey, this is Ish, and let's talk about the needy versus aloof spectrum when it comes to dating. Now, if you're on the quote unquote losing side with women, typically a lot of your issues stem from neediness. So, oftentimes you may put girls on pedestals, or you are overly invested right away, or you constantly chase her, and this causes a loss of attraction where she's pulling away. And this is, usually when you're in this stage, you are constantly making a lot of effort and you're getting nothing in return. So it can feel very frustrating when you're in this place. And despite all the effort you're putting in, you'll find that no one really wants you. Yet, as you continue to practice a lot of the concepts in dating and start to go out more and cultivate an overall lifestyle where you're enjoying yourself and having abundance, and maybe you start to get some successes. You do start to date around a little bit. Maybe you don't hold on to it, kind of goes away. But then you're starting to see a few girls and you're also having a very busy, active lifestyle, which you enjoy. You'll start to get into the middle range where you start to care less. And this is where a lot of the attraction comes from, where you are now becoming non-needy. Now, of course, it isn't fully stabilized yet, so you may lose it at times, but you're starting to get an idea of this abundance mentality, and you're also not pedestalizing women anymore. So you have a active life that you like, and you have a lot of female friends, guy friends. You're just like loving life, and you're also maybe seeing some girls on the side. But here in the middle stages, you may make some mistakes of overly caring at times, and you will get some rejections and girls blowing you off. So it isn't very stable. But what you will notice in the stage is that the girls that you aren't into really like you. And this is because you are displaying this quality of aloofness or indifference, just because you have so many options and a lot of things going on in your life. So now when you get into the complete aloof side of things, you can think of it like celebrities or people or just regular old guys that have a huge harem of women they're seeing. And when they are in this state, they simply just don't care as much. They're very aloof. They can walk away very easily. They don't really get attached, and they have a lot of indifference. You can definitely not see any guy in this stage getting crushes on women or putting them on pedestals. It just simply isn't natural at this point. Now, when you are in this headspace where you're just so indifferent, you don't really care, this is actually what is meant by quote unquote high status behaviors that we're trying to emulate through a game. And this is not, money and looks don't really have any factor into this because this is all your behavior and your overall lifestyle. You're just so busy with things and you're just loving life and you can't really give people attention. And in fact, you're turning down people that are trying to hit you up because you just have so much going on. And you may even get annoyed when people bother you a little bit too much. Now, I will say one of the challenges that you may face in being so high status or aloof is that you do tend to lack comfort in a lot of interactions. So you have a lot of value, but you don't have enough comfort. So you'll get things like girls not really trusting you, or they think that you will blow them off right away, or you will get a lot of one-night stands, but they don't message you back. So you'll have a lot of flakiness in that aspect because they don't see you as anything more than a short-term fling. So here we have this lover and provider dynamic where when you are on the losing side, you tend to fall into this very dorky, providing mentality, and you tend to be on the losing side when it comes to attracting women. And then when you're on the lover side, this is where you're so indifferent, aloof, just loving life, and you're so busy, and you get a lot of attraction right away because you just don't care. But the problem is that you'll run into issues due to lack of comfort. So that's the other side of this bell curve.